Greetings Starlars forms and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is there supposed to be one more Disney World vlog? Well, I didn't really have the intention to film the very last day, day 14, because I was too sad really just to film, and I felt horribly guilty about it, not knowing that I planned to film the whole entire last day. So, to make up for it, I thought I would just do a quick story time video, and I just wanted to sum up all the things that I have done. But bearing in mind, I may get a little bit emotional in this, so if you see me crying, I do apologise. So, what happened after day 13? Well, it all started just like any other day. We had to check out of our hotel room as quickly and possibly as we could, because the checkout time for the hotel was 11 o'clock in the morning. So in UK time, it possibly would have been 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But it doesn't really matter too much because I don't know the full times, because I cannot compare the different times between Orlando and England at all anymore. So I just thought, stuff it. Once we got down to the hotel room, we made sure that the suitcases were in a safe place so the hotel staff can look after them, and me and my friend decided to make one final trip to the animal kingdom. And we didn't really stay there for too long because, again, it was really hot and both of us were really emotional, and I thought I couldn't stay in the park too long, otherwise I will cry. I would just go like that. So in my mind, I thought we'll just stay there for a couple of hours and just see how it go. The very first thing that we did once we got into Animal Kingdom was to meet Tarzan for the very last time. And to be honest, we did share a moment as well, because it was Tarzan's last day too, because he's not in Animal Kingdom anymore and this was his very last appearance. And I'm actually glad I got to see him just right at that moment on his last day. And something in me kind of felt happy I got to see him, but then I felt a bit of sadness too. It's kind of like your best friend moving to a different school, and I always found that Tarzan was the last student ever in Walt Disney World. Well, not student, but the last character interaction on his last day in the Animal Kingdom. He said to me that he's going to go off back into the jungle with Jane and Turk, and they're just going to have a long happy life in the jungle together, which is really sweet, and I really like that so much. And in my heart I felt like you've had a really nice time meeting and greeting with other people, and I hope that all the memories that you had will be stuck in your heart as always. So every time I think of that, I always think of the song You'll Be in My Heart. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but that's what I always think. Once we saw Tarzan, the next thing we did was to look around the shops. Animal Kingdom has a lot of shops, so you could get loads of souvenirs, sweets, clothes, sunglasses, notebooks, all that jazz. And we managed to do a tiny bit of shopping, so we bought some really nice stuff. It took us a bit of a while really, because it was a distraction and we had to get in there and spend loads of time in the shops as much as possible, so we didn't have any full tears. We told the shopkeepers it was our last day because the people in the shops asked a couple of questions like this: is this your first time? What did you get up to? And we said that, and then one of the lovely shopkeepers I remember, he said to me and my friend, you know, you can leave Disney World, but Disney will never ever leave you, and its doors will always be open for when you come back. And at that point my friend said to him, oh don't, you're gonna set me off. And at this point I felt I had a lump in my throat, but I was really touched by that phrase or quote, as you, whatever you would like to call it, because I felt that this is very true. A lot of people I know go on regular trips, so going there for the first time, they have the feeling to come back and just complete the rest of the journey, or do things that they love, or explore some different things that they've never done before. And I think in a way they really enjoyed themselves, because Disney is one of the fun places on earth. So forget Chessington World of Adventures, forget Legoland, forget Thorpe Park. Disney, it's like the big thing that everyone loves to go to. It's the dream for every single Disney fan, and it's easy to say why. There were even some members of staff who said to us that after their first visit to Disney, they really missed it so much, so they decided to come back and work there. And I think that's a really brilliant idea, because when I heard that, I thought to myself, I wish I can do that. But I know that's not going to be very possible, because I don't know if I would have care for my epilepsy and autism in America, even though they treat autistic people very well there. And it's going to be tricky because I'll be very far away from my friends and family. So yeah, that's going to be a very tricky situation. And I know that's going to cause a great difficulty. But never mind, it may happen, it may not happen, but you just never ever know. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'll just move back on with the story. Once we'd done our shopping, we decided to go on one last ride, and that last ride was the Kilimanjaro Safari. I didn't film much of the ride as well, because we wanted to enjoy the moment and just have a look around and watch the animals for the very last time. And most of them were very, very active. There was one point in the middle of the safari ride where we saw a herd of African elephants. The second time I went on the Kilimanjaro Safari ride, there was a male African elephant, which you'll probably see in one of the vlogs, but when I actually didn't film and we were driving past the elephants, there was a whole herd of them, mothers, babies. Oh, it was spectacular. I wish I could have filmed that now, and I feel really horrible about it. But I think in a way they were moving a bit too quick, so that would have been impossible. But next time, if I go back, I will definitely film it for you. Not many zoos or animal parks take in African elephants anywhere in the world, so it was a wonderful and unique opportunity. And even though I didn't really capture the moment, I can still remember it in the back of my mind, just watching them coming all together, racing together, throwing dust upon their trunks together. Oh, like, I always get speechless by that every single time. It's just going to be one of those memories that's going to be stuck with you for the rest of your life. And once that was over, we had our last meal, which was like the little snacks, and we had our last drink, which was a watermelon lemonade, which I'll probably talk about in a later video, because I've got something planned for that, probably on one of the Wednesday Disney vlogs. And as we both sat there, we started to reflect on the whole Disney World experience. We just sat silent and just reflected on our trip, and that's all we could do really, because there was nothing really else to say or what to do, and that probably went on for quite some time. At that point I thought I just really couldn't handle it, so I decided to go back to the hotel, and I asked my friend if it was okay, and she said yeah, that was fine. So we went back to the hotel, and while we waited for our coach to arrive to take us back to the airport, we decided to watch Frozen, because they had a little cinema screen television right where you check in and out, and we decided to watch the film. When we got towards the end of the film, and once we got up all the way back to the bus stop, I thought I was gonna go, like really was. I had a huge lump in my throat, I was about to cry, and so was my friend, and we really couldn't speak. And something inside me told me that I should have stayed forever and ever. I really shouldn't have taken the plane back to England, but I knew that was going to be impossible because if we didn't take the flights, then we would have been stuck for another 24 hours, which I could have probably dealt with, to be honest. But I know there will be loads of people who will miss us, so that wasn't going to be the possibility as far as it goes. I know that these things don't last forever, and all good things must come to an end, which is a huge, huge shame. And then when we went back to the airport by the coach, I could see that a lot of people saw the advertisement on the screen saying, "Thank you very much for coming to Walt Disney World, hope you get to see you back soon." I couldn't even look at it, I really couldn't. I just sat there with my face over the window and I couldn't say anything. I didn't know what to do. I really just didn't. And when we got back to the airport, I didn't really lose it, but I just thought, oh, gosh, why does it keep happening? And normally I was trying to look on the bright side of things and be cheerful just for the sake of me and my friend. Even though we both had the Disney blues, or we had to probably just sort things out, and I had to try and be strong for my friend. And I'm not really the person that cries in front of people when I'm not by myself, because I know that I don't have the strength to do it, and I just don't think it really is me, really. I like to keep things to myself, really. I know it sounds strange, but that's just me. I think because of the sadness, I got very, very tired. So for the first half an hour of the flight, I fell asleep, and for the rest of the flight, I couldn't sleep at all. And by the time I got back to England, I was so tired. I found it hard to stay awake. So once I got home, I just plonked out and slept. That was all I could do. As the days went by after coming back to England, I just thought that I'd done it. It was kind of like waking up from a dream, and then for the next minute you just wake up in your room as if it was reality, that nothing happened. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every moment, every single day of my life. I was so happy I got this chance to go, and as I was editing and uploading the vlogs as well, I couldn't help but wonder how wonderful I've spent my time right at Disney World. The strangest thing is though, when I edited and finished my last full vlog at Disney World, especially when I did the ending, I just lost it again. Like, I didn't really keep it together. I just bawled my eyes out, and oh god, I was such in an awful state. I couldn't stop crying for about 10-15 minutes. I know it wasn't embarrassing really, but it was kind of like, oh, that's it. That's when it hit me, and that's when I realised I'm home. I just literally am home, and it's depressing, and I'm not going to go back there for a while. And all these crazy things were swirling in my head. But you guys have been so lovely about it. Every single day I have been uploading, you have been so supportive, and you've been saying to me how much you've really enjoyed them, and I really do appreciate all the lovely comments you made, so thank you so much. I'm sorry that this vlog's been a very boring one, but I thought I might just say to you what happened on day 14, because I didn't want to cause any alarm or distress or leave you hanging on the balance saying, what did you get up to on your very last day before you had to go back to England? So I thought I would just have to do it that way, just so you know. And that's sort of like very sit down talky vlog concludes all of the Walt Disney World holiday vlogs. I really hope you enjoyed it, and there's going to, I don't know if I really told you, but if you are new to my channel, then you probably wouldn't know that from now on, well, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a Disney themed video, and all of them are going to be focusing on Walt Disney World. So I'll be doing videos like top 10s, hauls, trying sweets, because there have been some sweets that I brought back from the park, and I will be talking about some of my favourite experiences, my happiest moments, my saddest moments, and all that jazz as well. And this is going to possibly continue into the new year, which I'm very excited about. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And I'm going to leave you with a question. If you had 2 weeks to yourself in Walt Disney World, what's the first thing you want to do at the start of your holiday, and why? And also, what's the last thing as well? Let me know what your choices are in the comment section down below, as always, and I would love to read some of them as well, and I would love to talk about it as well, because I know you guys really love to talk about things about Disney, because some of you like to talk about your favourite characters, and then I had some who really like to talk about their favourite restaurants and rides, and that's the thing that's really positive, and that's what I like very much. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't have to miss a future video. And with that, I will catch you very soon. Until then, have a magical day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye!